Hello, Maranui! We've got intro music now. How cool is that? Anyways, this is Palan broadcasting from Onokoro, and welcome! I've heard from some Matoran, who apparently enjoyed last week's transmission. It's actually kind of surreal to actually be hearing back from some of you, but it makes us think that we must be doing the right thing, and doing right by all of you. So, thank you. I hope many of you are also tuning in for the first time. Though if you're not, then I am addressing a non-present entity.
I told you the joke sucked.
Only because we can't hear the response, you doof. Anyways, on to the news. Now, before our big news update, we've got this report, which actually feeds into the big news update, so I guess stay tuned. Now, thanks to Valek from Takoro, I hope I got that right, for the written report, which I will read now.
Without it commentary?
Yeah, but it keeps it lively, no? Here goes, and thanks to Valek for the submission. Hello, my name is Valek, and I am a former Tamatoran guard. I was recently discharged due to a severe injury to my shoulder by a Muaka tiger attack at the Kokoro outpost. Yeah, see? He's another person with a physical annoyance and stuff. Can't you please just let me have a moment of connecting with someone over similar situations? Anyways, Nuparu's a killjoy. The report keeps saying, but I still have some limitations, so I was not deemed fit to serve by Turaga Vakama. However, I did see that bright light that everyone's talking about. Now, at first, I thought I was imagining things, but after hearing some of my former guard buddies chatting about it, I realized there might be something more. So, I decided to go to investigate. Okay, I admit I was friends with Takua, even if most of the village dislikes him, so this might be his influence, but I was determined to find out what that light was. Add that to the list of more friends that Takua has, so that he knows that he's got a lot of supporters in the island. Report keeps reading. I was actually listening to your show while packing for this trip. I have to admit I was a bit skeptical at first about sound waves being transmitted from across the island. Thought that would be impossible. But boy, good to be proven wrong. Compliments to that Nuparu fellow for his ingenuity.
See, someone appreciates me.
I appreciate you, I just show it in a different way by having you help me with everything. Anyways, the report keeps reading. Now, enough sidetracking, here's my report. I decided to return to Kokoro to see if they had a better view of the Kininui during the event, as I will take to calling the Beam of Light, as they don't have the Great Mangai blocking the way. Admittedly, I was hesitant to return to that place, as it is a little unpleasant seeing that it's the place of my injury. Regardless, I was able to receive some important information about the event. The Komatoran did see a bit more than we did over in Takoro. I was able to confirm that the event took place at the Kininui. As for why they were in the dark, as I am, but they did mention that Turaga Nuju refuses to speak with anyone. Matoro, Nuju's translator, for those of you who don't know, claims that this is because he is meditating on the event and is waiting for someone. He didn't say who. Actually, we'll get to that part later in the big next news story, but I'll finish Valek's note, sorry. At first, I thought that was all I could find out, until I heard some local gossip. Apparently, Matoran was doing a routine delivery to Kokoro before the summer storms hit Mount Ihu, and while he was flying over to the Kininui, he saw the beam of light. The Komatoran I asked said he may know more than he was letting on. He seemed pretty shaken up and spoke in rapid and hard-to-follow sentences, even for a Matoran. That might just be Komatoran antisocialness speaking there. Very funny joke. Originally, I was going to go straight to Lakoro, but I got hold of the shipping list. It seems he will be in Gakoro soon, and I think I can catch him there. Taiki, if you can hear this, please wait for me in Gakoro. I have some important questions that need answering. Anyways, I will be sending another report next chance I get. Hopefully, I will have some answers for you and your listeners. Thanks for hearing out my report. And thank you so much, Valek from Takar, member of the guard, friend of Takua, and traveler extraordinaire. I hope you enjoyed all those titles. No, but thank you so very much for that report. I hope that you keep transmitting stuff for us, and I hope that Taiki, if you are listening to this, please meet up with the wonderful Valek who sent us that report. And if you're not listening to this, if there are Gamatoran or friends of Taiki out there listening, please let them know. Okay, so here's the really big story, and I really couldn't hide my excitement, and I'm sure that if you know the news, you can't either. The Toa have arrived. Yeah, Anipu found our Toa of Earth, and from what I've heard, the other heroes have reached their respective Koros. Now, there's little we know so far, though Valek's report certainly increases our understanding of what was going on in Kininui, but from the stories the Turaga have told us, it seems the tide is about to turn in our favor. Like, if you see a Toa, first off, don't attack them like I heard the Chakoro guard did. Sorry to call you guys out like that. But cheer them on as they start their search for the masks of power. Yeah, I know it's kind of hard to follow up a story like that, but I will say, though, our final bit of news actually comes from Turaga Wanua, the leader of our beloved Onokoro, so thanks so much to Turaga Wanua for the submission. Now, Turaga Wanua has been seen working on a list of various Rahi species, oddly enough, with many of them from Onuahi. Now, it's a bit of a strange pastime, especially for a Karo composed mainly of miners, but who am I to judge when, you know, my main export is my voice and I haven't really done that much mining work, so, you know, different, what is it, cuts of the same stone? That was also bad. Okay. Now, there are also announcements from the chief prospector that the excavation of the Great Mine has been interrupted, as they have run into an object impossible to go through. Now, what could that be? Now, sports! Wait, where did I leave my notes? Oh, thank you.
You should keep your notes more organized.
Now, all I got a word on was a highly anticipated Koli game in Pokoro 3 days ago. Podu was the winner with a very strong kick that scored the decisive point against Hafu. So hopefully we'll see that wild kick do more damage in the future, a sports game or a Rahi attack, who knows. But congrats to Podu in this victory, and we hope that the highly anticipated game was as exciting as it was to you as it was for me to read you this one-sentence summary. More music! Amazing alliteration! The song for this week is nicer than any of my bad jokes. It also has a better story than I could ever imagine. This string piece comes from a nameless Pomatoran sharing his favorite music from a Gamatoran. I know, the incognitos in this story should make the song even more amazing, but it's already a really beautiful composition you'll find yourself returning to constantly. So thanks again to that Pomatoran for the submission, and here it is. sorry. We're still getting used to the pre-recorded stuff playing out and it being our turn to switch back. But yes, thank you again so much to that Pomatoran for that beautiful song. And yeah, all of the stuff that you heard there was actually live, both the music itself and the wonderful sounds of, I believe it's either Pokoro or Gakoro. Either way, it made the song a beautiful thing. Okay, for Rahi tips this week, we're gonna be talking Nui Jaga and how to defeat them. Now, they're not too smart, and they act a little bit too quickly. If you can find a way to get them to attack and defeat themselves with their stinger tail, which is at the same time their greatest strength and their greatest weakness, you'll be in good shape. But as always, please try to aim for the masks if possible. You know, you can try to outsmart them as a fallback plan, but masks are always a good choice. And that's about it for this week. If you listened and you'd like to help us out, please send us some music to play. If you have news updates, send them over. Even if you have to send in something I haven't even thought of, we can find a way to make it work. But I think that's it. The words of wisdom for this week all center around the Toa. You know, they have arrived. They have proved that the legends are true. And, well, may they become another beacon of hope for all of us Matoran. Well then, this was Palan, broadcasting from Onokoro. It's Nuparu in the back with the controls, and thank you again so much for listening to Hello Maranui.